This is Vivica's Heart by Cerise Makes. Another entry for the Spooktober 4th Annual Visual Novel Jam. The story is simple on the surface. We have no memories, no sense of self. We're brought to a witch's house deep in the forest, and given a task by a masked woman to break into the witch's house, survive whatever we may find in there, emerge with our lives, and be restored to life. It is described as witchy and sapphic, so it's right up my alley. It is also described as having featuring time loops, 10 endings, 3 secret epilogues, so in yet another way, it is also right up my alley. So, on that note, let us enter. Fairytale typical violence gore, not directly shown, some references to trauma, memory loss to dissociation. Story includes time loops. Please use the time loops to gather ending keys within the same playthrough without reloading. Playthrough can be returned to by using save, load, or the continue button. Oh. Oh, we've Oh. Ending keys. So the time loop mechanic is baked into the game without actually saving and loading. So I was admittedly half expecting something akin to some of the older O2A2 games I played where you get an ending, you start a new game again, and the game changes. But this is interesting. You take the knife with trembling hands. Are you ready? No. But you never will be, and there's no more time. If you've changed your mind... She can't. She's promised. There's no other way. Oh.
This is it. We're here.
A forest blooms out of the darkness, and a hand steadies your arm. Breeze rustles through the dark branches overhead, dark against dark. You don't recognize this place, and you don't know where you were before. Looking back, looking inwards, yields only blankness. I don't understand. Even your voice feels unfamiliar. The woman before you is a stranger. Her features are painted with a delicate mask. The house is hidden. I will reveal it to you so you may enter. Do you remember the instructions? I don't remember anything. I'm sorry, I did wonder if the journey would undo our work so far. Do not fear, you will have the instructions with you. Okay, so we have a normal save. It's not that, it's... not just that, it's everything. I don't even know my name. I'm sorry. I know it must be hard to be a stranger to yourself, but it is necessary. You agreed to it. It will keep you safe as you enter the house. You are no one, with no malicious intent, so when you enter, she will not be able to sense you. It is safer this way. Once inside the house, do not stop to look at anything. Follow only the instructions, and nothing more. What are the instructions? They will appear on the skin of your forearm as you go. Look. You lift your arm, bare. See shapes well up like ink painted over your skin. They do not form words, yet they do not have to.
Enter by the front door. It will be unlocked.
I understand them. Is that my voice or yours? It means I will be with you in some small way. What does the house belong to? It belongs to a witch. She has her powers, but if you enter as you are, she will not feel your presence. Your purpose is as small and harmless as a mouse foraging for grain. That outfit of hers is really pretty. It also gives off like major, almost butterfly vibes. And a unique color scheme they did. expect for something like that. It's really cool. As simple as a moth seeking the light. It knows not why it seeks the brightness, only that it must. She won't sense you if your mind is as empty and hollow as a bell. But once your task is complete, everything will make sense again. It recommends we don't reload, but I'm still going to save a little bit. Have you been in the house before? No, I have not. Do not worry. Someone else has described the route for us. Oh? She places a mask onto your face. Exquisite, like her own. This will also help protect you. Do not remove it. Secrecy and warding spells are woven throughout its patterns, and through the very cloth of your garments. And she touches your neck, gently. A shiver runs through you, like ice. There, I have done everything I can to ensure you come to no harm. Now, you must go. You stand, alone, before the witch's house. Above you, the twilight sky is a dark blue cavern, empty. The breeze is soft against your cheek. It whispers something that feels like your name. It sounds like. We'll go with the canon name, Alea. Alea, it feels right. You think I was called Alea? But remembering the stranger's words, you try to turn your thoughts away from it. All around are drifts of pale wildflowers with white petals. There's a task you must fulfill. As you gaze around you, it slips away. Let us stay on target. To the front door. Of course, you need to enter the house. Not get distracted. Follow the instructions. All the way. You follow the path through the flowers and up to the door. The door is not locked. It opens easily, and taking a deep breath, you step into the hall. The hallway is bathed in shadows. They form patterns that swim and dance, enticing you onwards. You hesitate. A shiver creeps over your arm, and you look down to see marks on your skin.
Cross the hall and climb the stairs. Do not be distracted. Do not look around.
Our first run, we're going to stay on target. Approach the stairs. The staircase is vast, curving away in 2 spirals above you. As you approach it, you have the sudden sensation of walking across a frozen lake. There's the vast and ominous dark just beneath your footsteps. Sometimes an image or memory flits below the surface, bringing the sound of cracking underfoot. If you fell through into the water, you would be lost. But you step carefully, and the ice holds. As you reach the second spiral, you see a large mirror on the wall ahead of you. That's a really interesting bit of imagery there. The masked woman wiped our memories for the explicit purpose of getting in undetected and accomplishing this task. And once we complete our mission, then everything will make sense again, aka we'll get our memories back. But feels like in the process of getting there, we were battling to keep our memories repressed. Treading carefully, following the instructions, and the ice stays solid. If we divert from the path, there's a chance that the ice would give way and we'd get lost in our memories again. As you reach the second spiral, you see a large mirror on the wall ahead of you. When you reach the mirror, your reflection floats out of the gloom. Oh? Oh, there we are. Like gazing into another reality, you do not recognize yourself. You lift your hand, but the reflection doesn't move. He stares at you. Oh. Then comes something like a whisper.
If you look, you will see.
Oh? Why, thank you. You feel the mask prickle against your skin. But there is no sign of a mask in the reflection. Indeed. Proceed. Cautiously, you step back. As you turn away, the mirror remains silent. You continue up the stairs. The top is a set of double doors which open out onto a shadowy ballroom. The outside of the house was not big enough to hold this room within. What could this place be? Sound of ice cracking underfoot. It does not matter. There is something important to remember, but your mind is now blank. You look down at the patterns on your arm.
When you cross the ballroom, keep your eyes fixed on the door across from you.
It fades and reforms.
Do not look right. Do not look left. Do not waver.
So you really don't want me to look left, huh? You step onto the silk-covered floor. The air tastes thick and strangely sweet. I know I wanted to stay on the path my first go, but I have to know. Let's look left. You turn to the left, you can see something hanging against the wall. There are lines and shapes. Light and shadow. Your gaze travels over the shapes, and they should probably mean something, but your mind was swept hollow, and as long as you don't think on it, you don't have to understand. But someone made this with purpose. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Turn back to the door. Close your eyes and firmly start to walk. You do not have to see. Finally, your hands find the doorway. You scrabble against it, looking for a handle. No. And then you find it. Wrench it open, and stumble through. When you finally open your eyes, you find yourself before another flight of stairs, twisting endlessly above you. There are small candles lighting the way. The nearest one drowns in a pool of wax. You put a hand into your pocket as though you might carry a spare taper with you. Instead, what you draw out is an object bound in white cotton. Look at your arm.
Climb the stairs of the tower. Offer what is in your left pocket to the door.
Left. This is the offering. Image fleeting. Of nuts and berries left by a forest spring. There's dark liquid beginning to seep through the cotton. Collecting berries in a white handkerchief, the red juice staining the fabric. It feels heavier than fruit. Unwrap the cotton, obviously. You start to unwrap it. Then, it is not fruit. There is red everywhere. It is heavier than fruit. Heavier than the stone in the heart of a fruit. You aren't meant to know anything, but you know what this is. And you aren't meant to know anyone, but there's a name and you are screaming it. Moments for hours pass. The world becomes quiet again. Oh. Then there's a woman in front of you, and she looks at your hands and shakes her head.
Would explain why they risked sending you. They truly thought they could stop me.
Poor Isabel. Such a cruel thing. All those high ideals brought to this. Nothing more than a key to pick the lock. She takes your red-stained hands and studies them. There never was a perfume that could cover the stench of blood. You stare at her, wordless, trying to make sense of who she is. Still, waste not, want not, I suppose. All together again. Her hand plunges into your chest, and an icy grip closes around your heart. Oh! Don't worry, my dear. I'll find a use for you both. When the darkness comes, it feels like mercy. Key 2, still my heart. First ending key has been found, but this is not the true end. Let's continue with the same playthrough to find more. Key so far. Note that ending keys can be viewed any time from the keys button on the quick menu. 3 matching key gems in main ending 10 are required to unlock a true ending epilogue. Then, silence. All is darkness and you are nowhere. And the darkness recedes. You are standing in the forest with a stranger before you. The woman is removing her hand from your neck with a gentle smile. You sway as though waking from a strange dream. What just happened? Okay, this is cool.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just felt strange for a moment. Do not worry. The necklace is just a final protection against harm. Do not be concerned by it. Of course, the protections for when you enter the house. She just told you about them. So why does that conversation feel so distant? You shake off your sense of unease. I understand. Good. Now you must go. Aren't we waiting for someone? Through her own mask, her eyes turn sharp. Who? I don't know. It felt like there should be someone with me. Remember our name? We are the only ones here. Try not to think of anything, or anyone else. The sooner you go, the sooner everything will be clear again. Go carefully, and I will see you soon. Now we can proceed. Something that sounds like Alea. Feels familiar. Something in you responds to it. I think that was once my name. Remembering the stranger's words, you try to put it from your mind. Okay. Let's look around the garden. Turn away from the path and walk into the garden. Flowers sway all around you, waist high, as if in a dance. They shine milk pale in the darkness. Moth flutters against your neck. Ignore it. You ignore it. Perfume rises from the flowers like a cloud. Image comes to you. She put a drop on her left wrist, trace a scented line on the back of her right hand, lift her hair to massage it on the nape of her neck. And she did so. Her hair would cascade from her arm like scented silk on her shoulders. You inhale the scent and sink to your knees, your fingers dig into the soil. It is so peaceful here. Your eyelids feel heavy. Doesn't matter though. You are only no one. You lie back in the grass. Petals fall on your eyelids. It reminds you of another name, but you cannot quite remember. Maybe it will come back to you. Maybe Isabel will be here when you wake up. Isabel. Scent is memory. Oh, so that's... And... Proceed. Aren't we waiting for Isabel? Through her own mask, her eyes turn sharp. Who? I don't know. I felt like there should be someone with me. She takes a slow breath. Don't think of anyone or anything else. Walk in a dream towards the house. The breeze whispers your name. Went to the front door. Enter the house. Hesitate. Focus, Alea.
Cross the hall and climb the stairs. Do not be distracted. Do not look around.
For some reason, you feel like something awful has happened here. It's probably just the oppressive surroundings. Look around. Look at the armoire. You approach the cupboard. Brooms. It's surprisingly deep. It holds 3 broomsticks. One with a crescent moon, one with a lighter yellow-green, one with an interesting red pattern on it. Your hands itch. You want to take one. Take a broomstick. The one on the right calls out to you. As the symbol of a silver crescent set into its handle, reminds you of the masked woman's necklace. It gives you a feeling of safety. As soon as your hand touches the smooth, varnished wood, something burns you. Ah! Footsteps behind you. Freeze in the shadows, holding your breath. Silence. Then a hand closes around your arm, tight enough to bruise, and pulls you back into the hall.
What a delightful fly to find in my web.
Hello there. Mysterious stranger wandering in here of her own accord. How fortunate. That sort of eye pattern on your chest is really unsettling in a good way. It feels unnatural. She looks you up and down, calculating. Unsettling. I think you will be very helpful to my work. You stare at her, frozen. What's your work? Although there's something. Her eyes study your mask. And she suddenly rips it from your face. Well, look at this. Not a stranger at all. Did you come creeping in here, disguised and so secretive? It makes me wonder why. Have we met? Is this your idea of a joke? She hesitates, then peers into your eyes. Wait, what have they done to you? There's almost nothing to you at all. Someone told me it was necessary. I'm sure they did. It seems unlikely they'd go to all this trouble just for a broomstick. She strokes her nails down the side of your throat, then grips, vice-like. You're here for something else, aren't you, my little thief? Glares down at your arm, but your skin is blank. Well, it's too late for that now. I suppose you can assist me after all. A snap like a branch underfoot. Everything fades away. Oh dear. Little thief. Okay, so this is a very different key. Need 3 matching keys. This is a green key. Goes for green epilogue. We have 2 yellow keys. Our 4, 5, and 6 red ending keys. Intriguing. Then, silence. Good, now you must go. Go carefully and I will see you soon. Walk in a dream towards the house, through the flowers. Oh. Open the door. Hallway stretches out before you. Zelaya.
Cross the hall and climb the stairs. Do not be distracted. Do not look around.
For some reason, you feel like something awful has happened here. It's probably just the oppressive surroundings. Look around. Try the door. Cross the hall to the door that stands invitingly ajar. It opens easily, and you step into what appears to be a parlor. The air in the room feels brittle, like chalk, or dried flowers milled into powder. Something like a memory brushes against your thoughts. When she used her mortar and pestle, the rhythmic sound was precise, exact like music. It didn't drive you out of the room. You shake your head clear and look around. Look at the desk. There are papers spread over the desk, and 2 journals, each covered with a layer of dust. You look at... Amulet? A jewel inlaid in a leather cover is cut sharply. As you run your finger on it, it slices the skin open. Ah! Yet when you look at your finger, there is no wound. The drop of blood you spilled spreads like ink inside the jewel, turning it red. Only then the lock on the journal opens. Briefly wonder, as you open it, why anyone's blood would unlock it. The first pages are stained with age. The handwriting is dense and spiky and almost hurts your eyes. A list on one of the very first pages catches your attention. Use spider silk for matters of the heart, back stitches to bind souls together, whip stitches for revenge, and slip stitches for healing. Should I ever grow heartless and tire of thimble, I will test whether a cat's tail is more potent than a rabbit's foot. A single fishbone, properly cleaned and polished, will alert of poisons in food or drink. A fleshy body of moths can serve as a pincushion in a pinch. Go to the rats' alleys, where the dead men lost their bones. Slightly perplexed, you turn a couple of pages. There are many, countless, replaceable. Does she not see? Their queen or king might be the bloom that graces her once a century, but the rest? Lower than common daisies they are. Dandelions. Weeds. She does not weep as she rips the weeds away from her garden. Why should I weep when they die and let the land rest? You turn more pages, more lists. Feathers and thin bones are pasted to the pages with soot. One entry makes you curious. We are at fault. We made them multiply. They conceive so easily thanks to my charms. Yet too much is too much. They will wreak havoc upon the lands to feed themselves and their ever-growing cattle. They will demand and demand, never give back. If they truly were worthy of our efforts, they would have understood my conditions. They would have offered themselves for the safety of others. They didn't. They left me no choice. The Council would rather see the land return to its barren state than act. I am different. I act. Something soaked in the ink pierces through the last pages. Parchment around the hole is wrinkled like the hard skin around a wound. Reaches the back cover, punctured in a single, superficial spot. You place the journal down. Look at... cards. Very interesting lore. The leather cover is engraved with 12 symbols arranged in a wheel. Cards have been used as bookmarks. The journal opens at one such card. The card depicts a tower struck by lightning. Two people plunge from its window. Despairing as fire engulfs them. A shiver runs down your spine. The owner of the journal wrote the following. Disaster stalks my every draw in the form of the tower. I have heard their arguments. I have heard Isabel cry behind a locked door. Ash herself told me what would come to this, Isabel. O sacred tools, most wise when I am blind, do not fail me now. The name Isabel feels familiar to you. Obviously this is not her own journal. Place the journal down. The masked woman only spoke of one witch, but there seemed to be journals belonging to two people. Or would someone leave something so personal behind? Were they in a hurry? Perhaps they didn't want anyone to suspect they were leaving. Look at the shelves. On the shelf there are several bottles, a pincushion, and a music box. Look at... bottles? One of the bottles has a label that reads assuage. You cautiously open it. It smells like lavender. You take a bundle of freshly cut lavender, tie a silk ribbon 3 times around the steps, and hang it over her pillow. The scent would spread from her room to yours. You woke up to that mellow aroma. You knew she'd had a rough night. You blink and replace the stopper. You look at... Right, music box. You lean down to get a closer look at the music box. A dent in one side damages the otherwise exquisite construction. A tiny piece of paper is visible in one of the seams. Alright, let's look at it. The paper appears to be a folded up letter, rough as if crumpled and smoothed out again and again. It bears the stamp of a moth surrounded by crescent moons. You smooth it out to read. My dearest, I beg of you to reconsider. This is greater than me, than you, than her. This matter is of paramount importance to the Council. If our laws didn't forbid me from speaking for you, I would, because you do not deserve any of this. Do not return my gift, I beg of you. It's my last way to contact you should things go astray. The letter is signed Esh. The moth motif. Is the masked lady Esh? That name. She must not live in this house, then. The music box also bears the symbol of a crescent moon. Perhaps this is the gift in question. As you go to replace the letter, you knock the mechanism and the music box gives a grating chime. You freeze. The door creaks open behind you and a shadow falls over your shoulder.
Who is this little thief? Come to toy with my things?
Oh, hi. You find yourself face to face with the witch. Her nails dig into the bare flesh of your arm and your body turns heavy as stone. Oh, the music box. You'd be welcome to that, but I'm afraid I cannot let you leave. It's not every day that something I need comes into my hands so willingly. Her eyes followed the filigree of your mask. But what's this? She tears the mask from your face with ease. A mask? Did you really think a mask would help protect you? Well, it seems your little charade is over. All for a music box. Face twists. I hope you enjoyed the song it sang for you. It'll be the last thing you ever hear. She reaches towards you and a sharp pain closes around your neck. Everything goes dark. Puppet song. The second green. Key. Gem. And silence. Nothing new to add here. We'll go back inside. Something awful has happened here, and you have nothing but a flimsy masked protection. It only circles your eyes. Whatever good that might do. It feels tight and irritating against your skin. Ooh. Keep the mask on. I'm not sure if its true purpose, but you decide to keep it on for now. Try the lit up door. You look at the fireplace. You didn't do that before. Look into the fireplace. Through the flames, you can see the remains of a book amongst the ashes. By the grate, there is a single charred page. Only a few lines are legible. Driven out, the witches came to the barren land and wove their spells to make it fruitful. People flourished under the benevolent stars. It reads more like a storybook than something you'd want to burn. I mean, we will, at this point, leave it alone. Decide to leave it be. Rest of the room. Back to the hole. Cat! As you turn to go, you see a cat sitting quietly in the shadows. Looks up at you with huge, shining eyes. Pet the cat! The cat rubs its head against your hand and purrs quietly. It moves away so you can reach the door. Strange. Step back into the hallway. Everything is still. Alright. Approach the stairs. If we don't pet the cat, does the cat alert the witch? We can proceed. Study the mirror. Mirror shimmers like a silver lake. A not memory. A sensation of cool water on your skin. The reflection gazes back at you, then it whispers again.
I show you truly.
Perhaps this is the mirror's enchantment, that it shows you without a disguise. Step closer. You step closer. Oh?
Let me tell you a secret. I will breathe it to you.
I'm starting to feel like I shouldn't trust you, mirror. You step closer still. But you are far too late for that.
She was waiting for you.
Isabel? You wait, but that's all she seems willing to share.
Kiss me, and I will tell you one secret more.
Oh. Suddenly the reflection changes and you feel your heart seize. Oh? Oh. The reflection is softer, distant, like a dream. Catch the ghost of a scent, honeysuckle, and clover. Moth flutters past you and the movement breaks your gaze. You feel like a spell has been broken.
Come here.
This seems like a bad idea. Let's kiss the mirror. Don't you leave her. Press your lips against the glass. Coldness floods your lungs.
Here's another secret for you.
Something is burning against your throat.
You won't be leaving again.
Mirror, mirror. Oh. Unlocked an epilogue. We have to get the true ending. Darkness surrounds you. You feel yourself unraveling, drawn back and further back. The sensation is familiar now. If you focus, you think you can even halt it. Ooh. Blink. Your thoughts escaped you for a moment. You stand before a mirror. Continue. Cautiously, you step back. As you turn away, the mirror remains silent. Oh, that's a neat touch. It's a quality of life thing. That actually makes a lot of sense. Okay, so we're getting to the depths of our memories here. Don't want to look right, don't want to look left. We are going to look left. There's like shadows right on the edge of our vision here. If you turn to the left, you can see something hanging against the wall. There are lines and shapes, light and shadow. Your gaze travels over the shapes and they should probably mean something, but your mind was swept hollow, and as long as you don't think on it, you don't have to understand. But someone made this with purpose. Try to understand. You step closer. There's perhaps some kind of tapestry. There's something about it that reminds you. Pale hands threading a needle, ribbons, shells, and cord. Droplet of blood falling from a finger to seal the stitch with power. The wound not treacherous, intentional. The materials here. You tell yourself it doesn't matter. Sinew, hair, patterns of bone. But you're still enough of a person that you cannot pretend. Light glints on fingernails, shadows settle in eye sockets. The ice breaks like a pane of glass. Oh, there it is. You are not no one, but somehow this is worse. You can feel patterns blue on your skin, but you cannot see them. You should have trusted her before. Beside you, a woman is laughing. Something burns in the hollow of your throat. And somewhere, the skull breaks like brittle bone china. Is that my skull? That was my skull. Yep, that was my skull. Ow. Everything goes dark. The tapestry. That's our other green key gem. Heart settles. You halt it, unsee everything. Okay, so you blink and hesitate, disturbed. Your thoughts escaped you for a moment. You keep walking. There are shadows dancing at the edge of your vision. Glance around. Your footsteps slow. Look right this time. What's to the right? You glance to the right. The air shimmers strangely for a moment, then you feel a crackle of energy sting your skin through the mask. The room becomes still again. Look back at the door. Not far now. The air is still, but you hear something in the corner. Over to the left. Oh? Let's change something if we look to the left. Look left, you turn to look at the other side of the room, and you see. There's something hanging against the wall. Lights and shapes, light and shadow. Okay, no. You can turn away, though, still, and resume. Doesn't matter. Something buries in a white handkerchief with red juice staining the fabric.
Climb the stairs of the tower. Offer what is in your left pocket to the door.
Left, this is the offering. An image fleeting of nuts and berries left by a forest spring. There's dark liquid beginning to seep through the cotton. Collecting berries in a white handkerchief, the red juice staining the fabric. It feels heavier than the fruit. We'll put it back in our pocket. You put it back in your pocket. Look in your other pocket. In your other pocket is a pouch of black silk, tied with several knots of black ribbon. Why not? Unwrap it. What could go wrong? You unwrap it slowly. Everything is brightness, white hot. It makes you stagger. It pierces through you. Your eyes are two lumps of coal, burning. You can feel your heartbeat in them. Then there's something burning against your neck, a chain of hot metal. Eventually, from somewhere beyond, you hear laughter.
In a windowless staircase. Why would you open it here?
Huh? I don't know who you are or how you got this close, but I suppose I must thank you for going no further. Your hands are pulled away from your face. Did you think the mask would protect you? She pulls it free. Still, all darkness, the sight has been burned away from your eyes. Oh. I almost didn't recognize you. I never imagined they would... Is she here, too? Speak. Try to speak, but cannot form the words. The witch doesn't seem surprised by your silence. No, this was Ash's doing, I think. I truly thought she had more care for you than this. She sighs. I would never have let you carry something so dangerous, unwarned. Didn't she tell you never to look into the heart of a kindling star? Lift your hands to your eyes again, helplessly. But I couldn't survive long in here, which was fortunate for me, but it's too late for you. The words blur together. The witch pulls your hands away again, goes silent for a moment. No, it's not just the eyes. You don't know anything, do you? Feels like the further we get into the witch's house, the more she seems to recognize us. And the almost gentler she seems to be. And there's no time. This will burn right through you, body and soul. I will grant you a mercy to make up for her carelessness. Something sharp scrapes against your jaw. Don't worry, darling. It doesn't have to hurt anymore. Pain around your neck sharpens, then disappears. Everything disappears. Coal. Is that a red gem? That is a red gem. Interesting. Now, drawn back and further back, your heart settles. You can even halt it, unsee everything. Looks in the tower. Lincoln hesitate, disturbed. Thoughts escaped you for a moment. There's something wrapped in black silk. If you unwrap it, stay silent. You say nothing. The witch doesn't seem surprised by your silence. Okay, doesn't seem to change anything. Back to the tower. Put it back in your pocket and continue. Don't open a kindling star. The white bundle in our left pocket seems to be something bloody and memory triggering. The bundle in our right pocket is just, again, tactical nuke level flashbang. Replace it and start to climb. You climb and climb, higher and higher. Then finally you reach the top of the staircase. There is a door, and set within it is a brass hatch. This must be for the offering.
Offer what is in your left pocket to the door.
Well, clearly, we're going to flashbanger. Move the silk-wrapped object from your pocket. Unwrap it and place it into the door. You unwrap it slowly. Flashbang! You blink and hesitate, disturbed. Your thoughts escaped you for a moment. You stand before a door.
Offer what is in your left pocket to the door.
Right pocket. You unwrap, place it in the door, place it carefully into the hatch, and wait. Nothing happens. After a moment, you retrieve it and reconsider. You take the cotton-wrapped item from your pocket instead. If we unwrap it, or the dark liquid is seeping through the cotton. You start to unwrap it. Then... Nope, okay. Is not fruit. It's heavier than fruit. Heavier than the stone in the heart of a fruit. You know what this is? It's something... Poor Isabel is such a cruel thing. All those high ideals brought to this. No more than a key to pick the lock. So it's literally, like, something directly of a part of Isabel, blood and all. Just meant to be the key to the door to the witch's, at the top of the witch's tower. So, witch is not Isabel. think it's safe to say that masked lady's Esh. Looks at the tower. Skip you for a moment.
Offer what is in your left pocket to the door.
Left pocket. Can't wrap the object in your pocket. You get wrapped, place it in the door. Place it carefully and step back. Immediately the hatch contorts around it. You watch as the offering appears to be swallowed into the metal. And then it is gone. The door is unlocked. As you lift your hand to open it, you catch sight of your arm.
Open the door, enter the room, and open the shutters. Remove what is in your right pocket and close your eyes.
Aha.
Then unwrap it.
The tower room is shadowed. There's a shuttered window set into the wall. The shutters are closed. Look around. As you look around, the shadows curdle, and the mask stings your eyes. Look back to the window. As you approach, nothing seems strange about the window itself. The shadows around you shift, as though uneasy. You do not look into the corners. You do not look. The shutters open easily. The window looks out over a dark gray sky and a still forest. Taking a deep breath, you close your eyes and unwrap the silk. Underneath you can feel something sharp and cold against your skin. Another offering, perhaps. Eyes closed tightly, you unwrap the final layer. Then, flashbang! Brightness bursts beyond your eyelids, searing your vision red. Brightness fades, you finally dare to open your eyes. Ooh. Oh, wow. There's something glittering in the palm of your hand. Streaming up and away from it are 1,000 threads of shimmering light. This is really pretty. They weave their way up into the sky and set themselves like jewels into the darkness. I think this must be important, but as you look out into the glittering distance, it means nothing. Crescent moon, stars. Eventually a pale shape comes fluttering toward you. The moth enters the window, and suddenly the masked woman is standing before you. She smiles at you with great tenderness.
Thank you, my dearest. Thank you.
You're in. Now we must leave before the tower crumbles to dust. She takes your hands. Suddenly you are standing in an unfamiliar part of the forest. She gazes up at the sky, her expression radiant. Look at them. The stars restored to the firmament, the curse lifted, and our wards restored. And you are safe once again. She gently removes the mask from your eyes. You feel strangely unsteady. The stars were cursed? Yes. Or to be precise, stolen. But your kindling star has drawn them home. How would someone even steal the stars? Her face twitches with irritation, then she sighs. A very tall tower, and with a magic we shall not speak of. And why? Centuries of work, undone. You of course no longer remember, but it was us witches who brought this land to fruitfulness. For it was a cursed place, the earth lay barren and disease stalked the land. We wove our warding spells to shine down with the stars themselves. With the loss of those spells, Vivica caused untold suffering. Vivica was the witch's name? Yes. She was one of the most powerful witches of her generation. The unbinding of this greater work, it will have broken her power. She will no longer be able to cause any harm. Are you letting her live? Yes, it was decided. Powerless as she is still a witch, and we are so few. We do not wish to cross that line. Not when undoing her harm is what he cost us so dearly. Your mind catches on the word harm. You find yourself thinking of the strange and shifting air in the ballroom. The sickly sweet scent as you walked across it, unseeing. Your expression must have changed as she shakes her head kindly. It's best not to dwell on these things. Come, we should return to the city where the council will convene in great celebration. She smiles at you, but you cannot return it. Your face feels frozen. We've won, but we don't feel like we've won. Something scratches at the back of your thoughts, just under the surface, like a root contorted, trying to sift through barren soil. You said that I would understand afterwards, but I don't feel any different. I don't even know who you are. She looks conflicted for a moment, then sighs. My name is Esh, daughter of the lunar tides. In Umbra I am most powerful, for I am the harbinger of light. As leader of the council, the safety of this land is entrusted to me. As for the rest, I'm sorry I misled you, but it was necessary. Couldn't send someone who understood what they were doing, to have any hope of reaching the wards of the tower. How did I break the wards? Broke the wards with the offering you gave. What was the offering? Doesn't really matter now, does it? It was something freely given and now it is gone. How'd you make me like this? She hesitates. This isn't my work. You did this to yourself. Then how did I do it? Gaze flickers to your hands, and then away. You chose to do something that would break you apart from yourself. Everyone was in agreement. You cannot remember it, and it cannot be undone, so I would leave it be. There are more questions on your tongue, but you see you will not get any real answers. You think that perhaps you do not want them. Now let us return to the city, so we may celebrate. Or if you are tired, you can rest in your new lodgings. She smiles. It may be strange for you to believe, but you and I used to be close in the past. I have prepared a house for you, not far from mine. I think it will be just to your tastes. Anything else you desire, you shall have it. You don't reply, her smile falters. I know this must feel upsetting, but by tomorrow it will be nothing more than a strange dream. You do not believe her. Caught at the back of your mind are 100 awful things you saw but chose not to see. You think maybe they are waiting for you to see them. You think maybe they will not leave until you have seen. She holds out her hand. Come, we will need to walk a short way before we can return. Magic here is now too unstable to transport us that far. Take your hand, close your eyes, and let her lead you away. Opening a door and not looking right or left, you are climbing the stairs. You're in that place barely a turn of the glass, almost no time at all, and yet, in your hands there is black silk, like the spool of a river, dark. There's white cotton, like the spill of bandages, pale.
If you look, you will see.
You do not want to see. Eyes shut. That wasn't the whole story. At least one epilogue is now available. You can continue or reloop. Revisit the time loop. Your hand keeps up to the pendant around your neck. And silence. Okay. So you have 2 more keys to get. So one thing I wanted to, your hands creep up towards your mask. Remove it. Move it and tuck it into your sash. Slowly what you can see begins to change. Oh? Notice a new door where there used to be just bare wall. It's been hidden from your eyes. Suddenly you wish you were back outside. Oh wow, you leave. You head back outside. Flowers sway. Okay. Does this change at all? Brush it away. Lift your hand to your neck and catch sight of the patterns on your skin.
Enter by the front door. It will be unlocked.
Pause to smell the flowers. You pause for a moment and look around. Perfume rises from the... Okay. Then your eyes land on something strange. A book, abandoned and waterlogged, lying under a tree. Look through the book. The book appears to be a journal. A pressed flower is stitched onto the cover. The pages are streaked by textured lines, papyrus. The pages are covered with bold handwriting. Turn them until you see a pressed flower, a lilac. The poem is framed in lines that resemble roots. April is the cruelest month, breeding. Lilacs are out of dead land mixing, memory and desire stirring, dull roots with spring rain. You open the journal towards the middle. Rhubarb, 27 days, 26 nights. Arnica, 14 days, full moon on the 7th. Then around a month until it feels right. Echinacea, alternate between a week outside and a week inside 5 times. I wonder what this means. Botany? This continues till you spot something written in the margin. Reminder to tell Vivica that the liniments are for the skin only. She needs tinctures. The owner of the journal enjoyed underlining what she thought was important. Ink is blurred on many of the pages, but not the final entry. Weeds? Dandelions? Have I been blind all this time? What happened to the Vivica that would stay up all night to monitor the clouds? Also, her amulets could fully charge under the moonlight. The amulets she made for them. I must have been blind. My eyes clouded by comfort. No more. I don't know what will happen, but I cannot accept this. I must tell the council. She will side with me. A conspicuous amount of empty pages are left. Place the book down, suddenly feeling lightheaded. The scent of the flowers is getting heavier all around you. I back down in the grass. The petals fall on your eyelids. Remember, Isabel. Expanded ending 1. Past the house. The front door. Move the mask. Hidden door. Won't go there yet. Stairs. Lit up door. See if anything changes in here. Origin story here. The benevolent stars. It's what we're trying to restore. The desk. Amulet journal. Back stitches to bind souls together, whip stitches for revenge, slip stitches for healing. I wonder if that kinda relevant to the tapestry, which seems to trigger such potent memories in us. Many countless replaceable does she not see? Dandelions. Again, motif of dandelions. Many countless replaceable does she not see? This must be Vivica's journal. Queen or king might be the bloom that graces air once a century, but the rest? Why shall I weep when they die and let the land rest? We made them multiply. They conceived so easily thanks to my charms. Yet too much is too much. They would have offered themselves up to the safety of others. They didn't. They left me no choice. Vivica is acting. The council is maintaining the status quo. We made them multiply. Are the stars really as benevolent as we are being made to believe? Wonder about that. Wonder if that's what's really going on here. I'd act. Hard skin around a wound. Cards tucked into it. The tower. Heard their arguments. Isabel would cry behind a locked door. Ash herself told me would come to this. Most wise when I am blind. Do not fail me now. Isabel, Ash. Is this our journal? Swage? We need to look at this again. Airloom is becoming oppressive. You turn to leave. Cat! Huge shining eyes. Is this the thimble mentioned in the journal? Oh! Ignore the cat. If this is the witch's familiar, you don't want to engage with it. You sidle past it and open the door to the hallway. Things still. Okay, so... Thimble does not turn us in. Thimble is not a snitch. Good boy, Thimble. At the hidden door. Oh. You find yourself in a kitchen. A woman dressed in black is facing away from you. She doesn't appear to have noticed you. Approach the woman. Oh, hello. She turns as you approach and stares at you in shock. Then her face lights up in a brilliant smile.
Darling, is it really you?
He sets her sewing aside and steps toward you. Oh. Now this I didn't see in the cards. She laughs. Then I never did have your talent. Huh? I'm so sorry I didn't sense you nearby. I would have come to greet you. But no matter. Come, let me embrace you. Embrace her? What could go wrong? You go to embrace her, but she suddenly freezes and holds you back. Wait. Something's wrong. She holds up your chin and peers into your eyes. You're not here at all. What have they done to you? I don't know. Her face sours. Indeed, how would you even tell? I feared they'd poisoned you against me, but this is far worse. Send you in here like this, also I wouldn't notice you. Her nails dig into your skin. And for what exactly? To act as a weapon against me? I don't... That's what this is, isn't it? Seems to read the answer on your face. And what? You volunteered. Felt some responsibility, did you? And where's your little shadow? Questions echo like cracks in the ice, but still mean nothing to you. I can't see her letting you walk in here unaided. Alone with the monster, Vivica. She pauses. Suppose you don't remember any of that either. Poor lamb. She strokes her nails down the side of your throat and pauses. She is looking at your necklace, which you'd forgotten you were wearing. You glance down at it, a stone like a crescent moon, set in gold. She laughs, mirthlessly. Now this isn't her work, but I recognize it still. How little dignity they have left you. Round and round you go. She pulls at it, but it doesn't move. Instead, the pendant starts to burn against your throat. Ah, so that's how it is. It seems you're not as stupid as I thought. I suppose I shall see you again. Pendant becomes white hot. Uh-oh. Do you activate the self-destruct time loop switch? Goodbye, darling. Everything goes dark. Wow, the necklace killed me. Rude. Oh, approach. Last minute. Blink. Escaped you for a moment? She's here. With the mask back on, approach. He's with her sewing. Then when you're almost beside her, her hand shoots out and grasps you by the jaw.
Keep still.
Yes, ma'am? Her voice echoes in your head. You cannot move. She is surely the witch who lives here. You're not sure why you approached her, but you cannot escape her now. She gazes into your eyes. Ah, poor thing, wandering in here like a little lost lamb. What happened to you? Keep silent. You don't reply. She sighs. Indeed, how would you even tell? Do you understand what place you've come to? Do you even know who I am? You shake your head, slowly. My name is Vivica. Name for the journal. The sound of it sets your heart racing. And you're going to help me with something? What kind of thing? let's just say something very important. He looks you up and down, slowly. No, you remind me of someone. I wonder, if I removed your mask, what would I see? She strokes her nails down the side of your throat, then pauses. She's looking at your necklace, which you'd forgotten you were wearing. Glanced down at it, a stone like a crescent moon set in gold. She laughs mirthlessly. But surely not. I don't think she would come to me wearing this symbol. She pulls at it, but it doesn't move. Instead, the pendant starts to burn against your throat. Ah, so that's how it is. Okay. Just get the same ending. I suppose I shall see you again, whoever you are. It becomes white hot. Everything goes dark. Ending 4 again. Interesting. Back into the hall. Our mask is off. Cupboard. Leave the cupboard. Over to the stairs. Something like a whisper.
If you look.
Now. Ooh. Step closer still.
I've seen you before.
Wait, but that's all that she seems willing to share.
Kiss me, and I will tell you one secret more. Come here.
Leave the mirror. Turn away from the mirror and leave the strange reflections behind. Either one of them even was your reflection. You do not know your own face. But dark hair lies in heavy curls over your shoulders, and you wear a white dress, so perhaps it was. Think of the stranger, and a calm settles over you.
Do not fear. It will come back to you. But for now, it is better you do not know yourself.
Which of those is us, and which of those is Isabel, perhaps? Interesting. Divergence here. Does this change without the mask on? I understand. It does not change. So as you keep walking, you close your eyes and continue on. How do I get this ending 5? So anything changes, the shadows shift strangely. Oh, this is different. Your eyes catch on something in a dark corner, a chest with a clasp that shines even in the darkness. Open the chest. The chest isn't locked. You open it slowly. Nestled in a velvet cloth is a familiar shape encrusted with jewels. Oh, a heart. As if by instinct you touch it, the jewels are not cold but warm as blood. Then you feel a pulse under your fingertips. This is coming through here without the mask on, I suppose. A shudder runs through you. Drawling voice, long red fingernails petting a striped cat. Your own smiling reply. Vivica, Vivica. Her eyes half-lidded, content as she pretends to be offended but can't mask a smile.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Hello there. One appears before you with a drawling voice you now recognize. Vivica. Yes. Were you expecting someone else? This is my tower, after all, that you have broken into. She gazes at you. Her smile doesn't reach her eyes. And that is my heart in your hand. How we do go in circles. That would explain the rather unsettling hole in your chest. Is this what you do now? Are you making a collection? A collection? Well, how else did you get in here? The boards are broken. Something wrapped in white cotton, heavier than fruit. Isabel's heart? Heavy, red, warm. I was given instructions. She looks at you more carefully. Oh, I see. Your heart's still there, but your mind is gone. A poor trade-off, if you ask me. Does explain how I didn't know you were here until... Well... She gestures at the heart. Hard to ignore something like that. Oh, lots to do here. Why'd you do this? Why'd you do this? What, remove my heart? Grin is wide and mirthless. Do you know, it is such a novelty to have someone ask me why I have done something instead of just assuming. For that, I will indulge you. She takes a step closer. In truth, there are many reasons, but above all, I had decisions to make. It was holding me back. We are sleepwalking into a time of great darkness, and nor the witch had the courage to do what was necessary. With my heart gone, I was able to discover more than I'd ever dreamed. The others refused to listen, cast me out, but now I have the ability to force their hands. She clicks her tongue. Or so I thought, but then they sent you against me, and you came so close. Seems I will need to take extra precautions in the future. Offer to help her. Don't understand, but maybe I can help you. What I would have given to hear those words a year ago. But who knows what other hooks they have in you. You are gone from me, and I cannot trust you in any part. Now just keep still for a moment. Run! When the thought crosses your mind, the door seals itself. You're not difficult to read, you know. There's nowhere else to go. Unless you wish to try the window, but... She grins. We are very high up. Stay still. She takes hold of your arm, unnaturally strong, and pulls the heart from your grasp. This does not belong to you. Her grip tightens, crushing your arm to a bruise. And you do not belong to them. Fear not, my darling. Even if I cannot trust you, you can help me in other ways. Her gaze is almost tender. And this much I promise. I will weave you into something beautiful. Well, that's concerning. That is very concerning. We have unlocked all the epilogues now, at least. Return to the tower room. Rub your eyes, your thoughts escape you for a moment. Look around. Open the chest. Poke around. Oh! Oh, so this... Stay still? Interesting. So that just kind of forces me through here. Suppose... Go out the window. All this feels familiar to you. Questioner. The stars were cursed. Yes. To be precise, stolen, but your kindling star has drawn them home. Why was that important? Her face twitches with irritation, then she sighs. You of course no longer remember, but it was us witches who brought this land to fruitfulness. For it was a cursed place, the earth lay barren and disease stalked the land. We wove our warding spells to shine down with the stars themselves. The loss of those spells, Vivica, caused untold suffering. Why'd you want to do this? You believe that increasing the witch's longevity was the key to maintaining this land. It is true that our numbers grow thin and that this endangers the wards, but her methods were unacceptable. When we cast her out, she sought to change our minds by showing us what we risked. She sighs. The unbindings of this greater work will have broken her power. She will no longer be able to cause any harm. Are you letting her live? Yes, it was decided. Powerless as she is still a witch, and we are so few. We do not wish her to cross that line. No one undoing her harm has already cost us so dearly. You mind catching the word harm? How'd you make me like this? Oh, I should say, how'd I break the wards? The offerings. How'd you make me like this? You're not sure you believe her. Maybe they're waiting for you to see them. Leave until you have seen. All epilogues are available. Continued epilogues. Epilogues don't contain a time loop, they have a reloop menu after the credits. You do not want to see, but your heart is thudding in your neck. Moments unlived still flicker beyond your eyelids. So many images you did not see, and yet, the one that settles in your heart is... Ooh, a flower without a stem. Remember a garden with drifts of flowers, not just white, but every color under the sun. There was a woman there. You knew her, and she was sunshine to your days. You were close as honeysuckle and bindweed, twined together. Together always, just as we promised. You open your eyes and let go of Esh's hand. She glances back at you, but you just smile and wrap your arms around yourself as though cold. She continues and you follow in her footsteps, trying to assemble the pieces in your mind. You hold a memory that was stolen. You have a name sealed behind your teeth. You know your pockets are lined with blood. And by the end, part of you knew the steps of that awful dance. Dance half remembered. You saw and heard things that you could not have seen or heard, but you did, which means nothing is written in stone. You have been written and rewritten. Even death couldn't hold you. You went back. The necklace lies heavy on your skin, humming with power. You open the clasp and slip it into your pocket. Your garments were woven for secrecy. It should be easy to claim the necklace was lost. Back in the city, with time and wealth in your hands, surely you can find a way to unlock its secrets. Following quietly in Esh's footsteps, you gather your resolve. Her name was Isabel, and she deserves to be more than a memory. You will go back again, further, for the moment you became no one. Before the moment she became an offering, and save her. Ooh. Ah, that is Isabel. Was Isabel we saw in the... Oh? White petals. Isabel. Ah. Endings pertaining to her sacrifice. Vlog choice loop available after credits. Oh. Vivica's Heart team. This was really cool. Art was a really unique style. Just... Character designs really fit that fairy tale aesthetic. Big time. It was just absolutely beautiful. Original compositions, ooh. I didn't get much of voice acting, but what we got was quite nice. Masked Woman Esh. Enchanted Mirror. Is that, in essence, Isabel's voice? Thank you for playing. Oh. Epilogue choices. Oh. A glittering music box. Thinking of the music box, you open your eyes and turn to face her, the gift that Esh gave Vivica. Esh looks at you, curious. You said we were once close. Did you once give me a gift? She hesitates. Yes, I gave you many gifts. Was a music box one of them? Ah, yes. You were always fond of music. What about a broomstick? Yes. Your first, when you completed your training. Your finger traces the metal crescent on the handle. Esh, truly, a hand-me-down. Her answer made you look away. You were to be her light, so that she could always find you. Do you remember? I think I saw the broomstick, but no, I couldn't have. It sounds to me like you did, before the pendant ripped you away from a crueler end. Like the moon cleanses our fears, so the necklace purged your mind. Perhaps not so cleanly. Why that memory? She looks at the sky. You tell me, why my gift in the sea of clutter that you sifted through? We used to be close. I used to call you my light, a role you felt was too much for you. I resigned myself to losing you, for you do not revel in the Umbra like me. When you left with Vivica and Isabel, you promised to keep in touch. You did not break your promise. Your voice's tenderness and sorrow, it unlocks something in you, distant but undimmed, that makes you catch your breath. Now that the task is complete, she is not a stranger. She is Esh. Would you truly do as she said? Put tonight behind you and move forward with her. Trust Esh like she trusted you. If someday I ask you what truly happened, would you tell me? Not today, but someday. She bows her head for a moment, then looks up at you, resolute. I do not think it wise, but if you ask me, yes, I will tell you everything. She holds your gaze, and it feels like the truth. It will have to be enough. The wind rattles through the branches and chills your skin. Are we far enough now to return home? Her eyes soften, and she looks around. Yes, we've come far enough. Oh, well, that's really...
Come, take my hand. We will be in time to watch the sunrise.
That is absolutely beautiful. You step forward into her light. Wow. Turning sea, her light, Esh. The green, yep, and the red is Vivica. Interesting. Skip. Vivica's epilogue. Remember the silver flash of the needle, sharpness and care. Threads pull together, stitches binding 3 different lives into something that became a home. Your home. You open your eyes and let go of Esh's hand. She glances back, but you just smile and wrap your arms around yourself as though cold. She continues and you follow in her footsteps, trying to assemble the pieces in your mind. A pale woman with a laughing mouth and eyes full of pain. A woman who cut out her own heart to do what she felt she had to. She never tried to use you as a weapon. She only wanted you to come home. You think of her, broken, powerless. You made her that way. And you, too, once had power. It seems you lost that, along with everything else. The two of you are left with nothing, but you could put each other back together again. Esh walks on ahead, confident that you'll follow. The necklace lies heavy on your skin, humming with power. Think of carrying a star, unknowing. Secrecy is woven into the very cloth of your garments. Esh had been very clear about that. You open the clasp of the necklace and slip it into your pocket. It's easy to step aside into the shadow of the trees and turn back towards the house. After all, how would she sense you leaving? You are only no one. Feet easily find a path through the trees back to the house. The door is still unlocked. You thought the house would look different, but nothing much has changed. It only feels colder. You step into the hallway, you hear a voice. It sounds like Vivica is talking to the mirror, but you can't make out the words. Vivica? Her face is a strange mask as she approaches. You realize this is the first time she has seen you here.
So, it was you. You did this. You broke everything.
Yes, but I didn't understand. She looks at you carefully. Your power is gone, and much of the rest of you, too. Like an empty page. Who did this to you? Where's Isabelle? Tell her. I think I did this to myself. I was told there was an agreement. Isabelle, she's gone. I think that was how I was able to enter the tower. She catches her lip between her teeth. It was the strongest word I could find, but I never thought. She laughs, despairing. Well, it seems I was wrong. After all this, you come back to me. I don't remember much. It seems that the council had a plan to stop you, and I was a part of it. I don't know how you and I reached this point, but we were close, weren't we? Were we lovers? Lovers? That's a small word for what we were, but yes. Still, when Isabelle left, it was her you chose. I remember that, and now I'm here with you. So you are. We are the same now. I thought maybe we could start again. And if we could, we have nothing. We'd just be ordinary. Take the necklace hidden in your pocket. Perhaps the two of you could siphon its power. Show her the necklace. Could we use this? She gazes at it, eyes sharpening. Yes. Yes, incredible. Ash and the council must have poured so much into this. We can break it and use it for ourselves. Once we do, there are other ways to increase what we have. New means I have discovered. She takes your hand and pulls you close into the shadows. Oh. Alea, I will make them regret everything they did to you.
That is a promise.
Have we chosen chaos? I feel like we've chosen chaos in this sense. B2. Interesting. Which means there's probably a way if we don't confess everything. Pretend we don't know. I don't remember much. Long? Lovers? Keep it hidden. That's not a path you wish to travel. I don't think we would ever be ordinary. But with your heart, I want you to be whole again. Can you reclaim it with your power, without your powers? I could, but I don't know if I ought to. It would be painful. And some things are easier without it. I'm not sure that they should be. Her lip curls. That's the Alea I remember. I suppose I should be glad that you are still in there. Very well. I will stitch myself back together, and I will help you do the same. Feel a cat wind around your ankles and glance down. Cat! See, Thimble, I told you she'd come home someday. I knew it was just a case of waiting. Really? Of course, my love. She steps closer, shadows coiling around her.
After all, I didn't leave it to chance. I wished it on all the stars.
There we go, B1. Stars. Ooh. Music. Music? All epilogues complete. Hell yeah. And we'll run through the credits one last time. We got more out of that than I expected. I think the itch.io page said... Okay, it didn't have a time estimate on it. But that was amazing. That was great. I really enjoyed that. The time loop... Yeah, the time loop mechanic worked really well. I really liked how they implemented that. And while it felt like we had to go out of our way in a few instances to get some of these endings, I think might not be fully intuitive. To think about it a bit more, but a lot of it was just unlock a bit of lore and then run into Vivica and die. I suppose the rationale behind Vivica killing us repeatedly is she catches some stranger she can't detect, rifling through her shit, decides to kill the shit out of us. Even the cases when she unmasks Alea, she still finds a stranger rifling through her shit, unmasks the stranger, finds an old friend, looks into her eyes, and probably sees that she's been memory wiped completely. And given the state of the conflict between her and the Council of Witches, he thought, oh god, what have they done to you? Put you out of your misery. Crack, dead. That presents an interesting conflict I don't think we ever really got fully explained. The conflict between Vivica and the Council, Nesh. I think the presumption here is that Alea and possibly Isabel were witches along with Vivica and Esh under the Council to some degree. Disagreements emerge. The role the stars play in this is the origin story we're going for here is that the witches came and crafted warding spells to stave off disease and bring a bounty to the land, bring gifts of nature to the land, bring life to the land so it bears fruit and bears crops, bears life, essentially. So human civilization can flourish in there. And I may be reading this wrong, but impression being that dispute between Vivica and the Council came about because maintaining the warding spells was draining the livelihood, the life force of witches. Their numbers were starting to dwindle. So Vivica left on her own, took with her Alea and Isabel, who were together, working under them. And Vivica started researching different means of addressing the problem. Somewhere in the course of it, Vivica found a way to remove her own heart, which is the point when she started going to darker places in terms of her thoughts and actions, stealing the path, stealing the removing her own heart, which gave her access to powers beyond the scope of normal witches, which what presumably led to her. I feel like the issues at hand here are... It's not 100% clear if Vivica's actions were justified or were truly villainous in quote-unquote stealing the stars or dispelling the warding spells of the stars. But essentially the star that Alea was given by Esh to release at the top of the tower presumably either restored the wards in the stars or dispelled whatever Vivica was trying to do in place of that magic. And utterly, it presumably, releasing that star bound in her pocket destroyed the base of power that Vivica had built up through removing her own heart. It essentially left Vivica powerless. So, interesting. Very interesting. The council went to very questionable lengths to stop Vivica's plan. But Vivica's plan was also questionable in its own right. If this were an r/am I the a-hole post, it would be everyone's not entirely great here. Ash and the council and Alea herself went to questionable lengths to get back into the castle, into Vivica's tower, and stop Vivica's plan. Presumably, Isabel left willingly. Alea left with Isabel. And together, at Ash's behest, Isabel sacrificed herself, willingly gave up her heart for Alea to use in the course of their mission to break the ward in the deepest parts of Vivica's tower and release the star to dispel Vivica's dark magic, presumably. Restore the stars. If that's even the right decision. Wow. Whew, that's my reading plot significance here. I hope you enjoyed that. If you've learned anything about me, if I'm willing to sit back and try and hash out the plot in my head, lay it all out start to finish, I think you got me into it. I hope that came across clear enough that I really enjoyed this. Really enjoyed this quite a lot. So, game, the end. Continue. At the end. Okay, so we can resume here. I really enjoyed this game. Gotta say, I really enjoyed this. That's one of the things in the nebulous pile of one of the things in the nebulous pile of buzzwords that will immediately catch my interest is time loops, and this is a really interesting method of implementing that. in that it naturally loops in upon itself and eventually gives you that quality of life option to loop back to your last choice or go back to the beginning. And it never became intrusive or annoying to have to restart to go hunting for things. It made it easy for me to go back through and hunt for things that I missed and try different dialogue options, and I like that. I really appreciated that. That's really cool. And of course, it's always a good sign when it leaves me wanting to put the plot together. Everything I saw makes sense of everything that I've seen. Makes me want to sit back and analyze everything, and make sure I learned everything I could about the story that you put together here. And of course, in the end, it makes me want to see more. So, well done. Well done. I really enjoyed this. And I hope you enjoyed me enjoying this, as I rambled on for an extra 20 minutes. Apologies for that. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, until then...